to be a massive products I've used up video because this stuff just keeps on accumulating and I finally just need to film this damn video so I can throw all these empty things out because it's getting ridiculous. So let me go through and share with you guys what I have actually used up. I've used up a ton of products, so I'm going to go ahead and share them with you guys. So first off, I have my shampoo and conditioner that I use on a regular basis. This is the only shampoo and conditioner that I use. It's the Kiehl's Amino Acid Shampoo and Conditioner. I think I picked this up last year during Sephora's VIB sale. So if you pick these up, I pretty much only pick them up once a year because these huge bottles last you once a year. So picking them up for $60 each doesn't really hurt as much if you only do it once a year. And sometimes I run out of them at different times. So I'll spend $60 on one and then get the other one like 2 months after that because I already have a backup of the other one, so it's not like a huge deal. So yeah, I did use up both the shampoo and conditioner, so I can finally just toss those in the trash. And now we're just gonna go through the rest of the stuff that I have in this bag. I usually put everything that I use up in this bag, so as you can see, it's like falling over, so we need to just go through this with you guys. So first off, of course, I have 3 packs of my Simple micellar wipes. I love these, and I actually pick these up at Marshall's now because they cost a hell of a lot cheaper to pick them up there. They're like $3 a pack there as opposed to like $12 or $14 for like a dual pack at CVS. So I have 3 packs of these. I probably have more in here, but we'll just go through it. I have a mix of skincare and makeup in here, so we have quite a bit of products to get through. So then the next product, of course, is my Simple micellar water that I use to take off my eye makeup. This is the only micellar water that I use. I go through this all the time, so I just used up another one. Then I do have a bottle of the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. I used up the whole sample of this. I did just repurchase a backup of this, and I actually really liked it, so I used up a whole bottle of that. Then I have quite a bit of makeup on top, so let's just go through it. I do have a couple of my Sephora Solid cleansers, so I just used up a couple of those. You guys know this is my go-to soap to clean my beauty blender and my brushes, so I go through that all the time as well. And now let's get to, we do have a couple more skincare products. I do have my vitamin C serum. I have a mini one and also a full-size one. This is my vitamin C serum that I use on a daily basis, the Ole Henriksen vitamin C serum. It's the best vitamin C serum. It's the only vitamin C serum that I use, so have 2 of those, but I just usually buy the full size now. It actually ends up costing you less in the long run because I go through this so quickly. In the smaller size, this one usually only lasts me like a month, so I just end up purchasing the full size during like the Sephora VIB sales. And then I do have a full tube of the Ole Henriksen Truth Juice Daily Cleanser. I did just pick this up like a few months ago, and it became like my favorite cleanser ever, so I did purchase a backup during the VIB sale back in April. So I'm working on that one, but I absolutely love this cleanser, so that's why I went through an entire tube. And then I also went through the Ole Henriksen Truth Banana Bright Eye Cream. I went through this little guy, and I actually love this eye cream, so I did repurchase another one with like a set that comes with the vitamin C moisturizer as well, which I've been using that as my morning moisturizer now with my SPF, and I absolutely love that moisturizer. And then I use this at night or during the day with the vitamin C moisturizer, and they're both amazing. I love Ole Henriksen's vitamin C line. They're all amazing products, so used up that as well. And then I also did use up a couple more skincare products. I do have the Fourth Ray Beauty BFD Cleansing Oil by ColourPop. I absolutely love this cleansing oil. I just repurchased another one with my recent order with ColourPop. I absolutely fell in love with this. I love this even more than the Burt's Bees one. I'm using the Burt's Bees one right now because I do have a tube in my bathroom that I stopped using when I started using this, and that one was like halfway through, so now I'm using that again because I ran out of this one. But I absolutely love this, so I had to repurchase that. And then I also used up the Oscar Blondie Volumizing Dry Shampoo. I liked this. I didn't love it as much as the Philosophy one. It was good. It wasn't like amazing, but it's basically down to the bottom. There's like a tiny bit left in here, but I'm really not going to use it. I already have like a full size of a Batiste one from Marshalls, and I also have the Philosophy one that I repurchased, so I don't really need this one, and I didn't really love it as much as those two. Okay, then I do have another dry shampoo in here. This is the Privé dry shampoo. I actually really loved this too. I used this up a while ago. The empty bottles have just been sitting in my bathroom, so I might as well just include them in products I've used up videos. I really liked this one. I forgot where I got this from. I think I got this one from my sister. And she just gave it to me because she like said that she didn't need it anymore, and then I ended up using up the whole thing, and it was a really, really good dry shampoo. And let's see if there's any more. I know there's another skincare product in here. Yeah, there's a couple. I also have my CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. You guys know I love this moisturizer. I've been using this for a couple of years at this point. I just switched to the Supergoop SPF, but probably when I end up using that up, I might just go back to this because this just hurts the wallet a little bit less. The Supergoop SPF is like $30 a bottle. This is like $15, and you get both things in here. You get your moisturizer and your SPF, and I just love this. This is my favorite AM moisturizer from the drugstore. It's the only one I really use. This is the only AM moisturizer I was using, and it's great. If you need like an affordable moisturizer with SPF, the CeraVe one is fantastic. And then I also used up another bottle of my Sephora Gentle pH Balancing Toner. I purchased this earlier this year, and now I've been through like 2 bottles of it. I'm pretty sure I shared 1 bottle in my earlier products I've used up video this past year. But I go through these all the time. I'm almost at the end of another bottle that's in my bathroom, but I did go through one of them, and now I'm still working on the other one, but that one will be done very shortly. Oh my god, even my trash is overflowing. And then I do also have another cleanser in here. This is the cleanser I was using for a while, and then I switched to the Ole Henriksen one a couple months back, and now I love that one so much more than this one. So this is the one that I was using from the drugstore for a while, and this is the La Roche-Posay for normal to dry skin hydrating gentle cleanser. This is still a really good affordable cleanser, but for me, once I started using the Ole Henriksen one, and honestly the Ole Henriksen one is not that expensive. It's like $25, $26. It's not terrible. This is like almost $20 from the drugstore anyway, so like I kind of think it's worth it for me to repurchase the Ole Henriksen one because it doesn't break the bank. It's actually one of her least expensive products, her daily cleanser from Ole Henriksen. This one is like almost $20, so why would I spend that on this when I can spend a few more dollars on the cleanser that I really love? So this was good. I liked it, but I definitely love the Ole Henriksen one way more than that one. So that is pretty much, I think we have, I wanted to go through the skincare first. I do also have another of the Ole Henriksen Transform Sheer Transformation Perfecting Moisturizer. This is my nighttime moisturizer. I go through this all the time, and it's, I mean, I'm not really going to open it. These seals are so annoying, but obviously you guys can see that this is empty. So I think I just recently went through this one, and I started my CeraVe night cream again because I love this, but the CeraVe nighttime moisturizer and again the AM moisturizer are like the best drugstore moisturizers that are pretty affordable. Like I don't want to constantly repurchase this all the time because this is like a $40 moisturizer when the CeraVe one is like I think like 20 bucks, a little bit less than that. So, I mean, I'd rather spend that rather than this every, you know, couple of months when I use them up. So I alternate between the two. I usually pick this up when there's a good sale going on. So yeah, so that is everything skincare wise, and then we'll go through the makeup. I just want to kind of dump my trash right now so we can go through the rest of the products. Okay, so I'm glad I got rid of some of that stuff. Now let's get into the makeup portion of this video. So most of these products are products that I goaled myself to use up this year, and I used up quite a bit of products. I actually used up way more than I thought that I did. Even though I didn't really hit pan on too many things pretty much at all, I will update you guys on my powders and bronzers and highlighters and stuff like that. But I did use up quite a bit of stuff. So I do just have one perfume bottle in here though. I don't know why I haven't gotten rid of this. It's just been sitting on my dresser for so long, empty. And I used this up a while back. So this is the Marc Jacobs Honey. And there's also dust on it, which is not great. And yeah, I need to get rid of that. So I love that fragrance, but I've had that used up for so long, so I need to get rid of it. Okay, so let's go through my makeup that I used up, that I goaled myself to use up. So I did use up 2 primers, so I'm really excited about that. I did use up the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Mini Primer. I did goal myself to use this one up, and I did. I think I picked this up during the VIB sale this past year. I can't really remember. But I ended up loving this primer so much that I ended up picking up the full size. So now I'm working on this one, but I ended up loving it so much that I wanted to pick up the full size, and I got this for a pretty good price too. So used up the mini one. Very, very excited about that. And then I also used up the other primer that I goaled myself to use up, which was the Catrice Prime and Fine Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer, the Fresh It Up Primer by Catrice. I love this primer. It's so hydrating on the skin. Really happy that I used this up as well. So those were the 2 primers that I used up. I'm still working on the MAC Fix Plus Cucumber Spray. This is how much I have left on it. So this one, I'm doing a pretty good job on it. Maybe I'll just incorporate what I'm putting into my, what I want to use up as I talk about each product. I think that would be a good idea. So the primer I'm going to add to this second half of the year is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. So I'm going to try and use this guy up by the end of the year. I've been using this quite a bit, and as you guys can see, I am like halfway through the bottle already, so I don't think this will be too hard for me to use up. So I'm going to add this one as my primer to use up. I'm also going to try and use up the NYX Marshmallow Primer, but I think I'll be able to use up the Pretty Fresh one more so than this one. And then as far as sprays go, because I don't have any sprays in here, I'm still trying to work on my Flower Beauty spray. There's still some left in here. I cannot believe it, but yeah, this thing lasts forever and it's still fresh and good, and I love it. But the spray that I'm going to be continuing to work on, I don't know if this was in my last video, but I've pretty much made so much progress on it. So this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. So I don't think I'm going to have any trouble using up either of these. So, because look how much I've used up of the setting mist. So yeah, these are, I love this so much. So I don't think either of these will be hard for me to use up. So, and plus I keep these in front of me now so I can use them as much as I can. So that is it when it comes to primers and setting mists. Now let's move on to foundation. So I actually did use up 2 foundations. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I'm actually wearing it today. I ended up repurchasing this foundation a couple months back because I fell in love with this foundation so much. I really cannot imagine it not being in my collection. I love how it looks on my skin right now. It's just a beautiful foundation, and this is in the shade 110C. I think when I did talk about this in my, products I want to use up in 2021, I think there was only like a little bit left in it anyway, and I think I only used it like a few times before I was actually used up. So yeah, I'm really happy I went through that. And then the other one is the Kogendo Aqua Foundation. There is a little bit of product left in here, but honestly, it wasn't really enough for me to do a full face of foundation every time I used it. I freaking love this foundation so much. It's so beautiful on the skin. It pretty much replaced my Giorgio Armani foundation, Giorgio Armani if I could speak. And it just looks so skin-like on the skin. I did end up repurchasing the Anastasia, but I didn't repurchase this one because this is a pricey foundation. It's like $70, but I ended up purchasing the Pat McGrath foundation, which is pretty much the same price as this, instead of this one, because I've been wanting to try the Pat McGrath one like for so long, so I decided to get that one instead, and just, you know, wanted to try some other foundations. But I might end up repurchasing this in the future. I think that this is a great foundation for any age group, any like skin type. It's just so gorgeous on the skin, and I absolutely love it. So used up that one, and I'll just talk about the other products when we're done with these. I don't know, I just like always, like, there's always madness when it comes to these videos. And as far as concealers go, there's only really one that I used up completely. The other two are just really old and I just need to get rid of them. So the one that I did use up completely is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer. I think this is my second one that I've used up. And they actually discontinued this one and they replaced it with the Tarte Sea Hydro Sealer, which I also really love. It's just not as watery as this one, but it's a great concealer still. So this was my second one that I've used up. I've used up another one before, and I absolutely love this concealer. It's a beautiful everyday concealer, so I finally used up my second bottle of this. And then the two that I'm gonna declutter, but I think I've mostly used the majority of these up. They're just, again, very old. Is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. I absolutely love this concealer. I probably will end up repurchasing this. But this tube lasted me forever, and I think this is like 2 years old at this point. And this one was in the shade 10NN. I loved it so much, but it's gotta go. But it was one of my all-time favorite concealers. I love it so much. And then the other one is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. This one's pretty dried out. I pretty much used most of this up as well. This one's like not as old as the Urban Decay one, but I just felt like every time I was using it, it was very, very dry. So I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm pretty much to the bottom of it anyway. So, and this was a great concealer as well. These were like my two favorites. So love those. Okay, and then a couple of mascaras. I do have a couple of other primers in here, like eye primers. So I do have my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. You guys know I love this. This is like probably my third one that I've used up. So I use this pretty much every single day to prime my eyes. But now I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and I love that one so much. This is a great primer as well. And then I also used up my second one of the NYX Glitter Primer. So you guys know I use this every single day to apply my lid color, because I always think it brings out the pigment in my lid colors. So I actually purchased the new NYX Pigment Primer because I think they discontinued this and replaced it with the pigment one. And I actually really love this probably even more because this one was very, very sticky. Like it was basically a glitter glue. But yeah, I used up my second one of that. Okay, and then I do have a couple of mascaras in here. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Rag Volumizing Mascara. I don't know if this was in my last products I've used up video, but this is like my original one that I had like last year. So I'm finally like sharing with you guys that I used it up. I love this mascara and I did repurchase it. I'm not using it as much as I did the first time. For some reason, like, I don't know why this always happens with mascaras, but it's always like the second time I decide to repurchase it because I'm like, I love this mascara, I want to repurchase it, I never want to be without it. And then when I repurchase it for the second time, I'm like, I don't love it as much as I did when I had it the first time. So I don't know if it's because like my preferences change. But yeah, this is a great mascara. Amazing. Love it so much. But then the mascara I really fell in love with, and I actually love the full size, and I had to get it, is the Urban Decay Lash Freak Mascara. I did get a sample of this in, I think this past year. I got this along with the ABH Mini Primer, and I love this size of the ABH Primer because this is going to last me so long. I'm definitely going to put this into my project pan and try and use up this primer this year, so I'm going to put that one in there. But I absolutely love this mascara, and I purchased the full size, and I love the full size. It makes your lashes so long. I love this mascara so much. One of my all-time favorites, like this and the Lancome Monsieur Big, like my all-time favorites. So damn good. But the Urban Decay Lash Freak, amazing. It makes your lashes so long. I love it so much. This one I'm just decluttering. It's just old, is the ColourPop BFF mascara. I did end up repurchasing this, but I didn't use it as much as I did the first time. And I love this mascara. I just wasn't really using it. I love the new volumizing mascara from them, the Act Natural one. I use that so damn much that this one kind of just fell by the wayside. So, waistline, wayside, I don't even know. But I love this mascara. It's a great affordable mascara. If you guys are looking for things to try on ColourPop, highly suggest you try this mascara. It's amazing and a good affordable one. Okay, then I have some other ones I actually used up. I have the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. I go through this all the time. This is like my third one that I've repurchased that I have sitting right next to me. So I did use up my second one of this. I use this every single day to prime my lashes. And then I also used up a Maybelline Lash Discovery mascara that I use on my bottom lashes every single day. Absolutely love this. It's a great dupe for the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. If you're looking for an affordable alternative, this is your guy. It's amazing. I used to use up the Giga Black Lash a lot, and once I discovered that, I never went back to the MAC one because that one's like half the price. And then the last mascara in here, there's so much dust in this bag, oh my god, is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. This is also a sample size. I used up the full size that Chip gifted me, I think like a year ago. And then this one came in like the birthday perk that I actually got last year from Sephora. So this stuff has been sitting here for a while. I can't believe how long it's been since I've had all this crap sitting here. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this video before it starts thundering because it looks freaking nasty out right now. But yeah, love this mascara as well. It's so good, and I used up the little sample that I got in that birthday perk. Then I just have a couple of eyeliners in here. I have the Maybelline Skinny Liners. I have two of the black ones. You guys know this is my favorite drugstore eyeliner, and pretty much my favorite eyeliner ever. Amazing. They are so good. So I think one of them I used up completely and the other two just got really dried out. But yeah, they're amazing. I definitely use these a ton. And then this one is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner. It was starting to get real dried out. I didn't end up using this up, and I feel like it kind of dried out pretty quickly, but I love the LA Girl Nude Liner and the ColourPop Bammy Liner more than this one. This was a good one, though. I did like it, but the LA Girl one is amazing. So this is the nude liner. It's okay. It's not, like, great on the waterline. I feel like the LA Girl one's a little bit more comfortable. Then I also used up completely the ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil in the Dewdrop one, which is the clear one. You guys know I use this every single day to prep my lips when I'm doing my eye makeup. And when I'm doing my face makeup, I always apply this to nourish my lips while I'm doing my makeup. I absolutely love this. I just repurchased another one, and it's sitting in my drawer. So this is my third one. I absolutely love this. My most used lip oil ever. And yeah, this is my second one I've used up. I love it. I love the ColourPop Luxe Lip Oils. So I have that one. And then the last product in here, now we're going to move on to segueing into products I want to hit pan on this year and updating you guys on products that I did hit pan on, is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Now for this, I did goal myself to use this guy up, but it just, you know, it started changing in formula. It doesn't really perform the same. I feel like I've gotten my use out of this product. I loved it, but I feel like it just does not perform the same anymore. So it's a really good bronzer, but now I've just been working on the Milani Dolce bronzer, so I'm still going to try to hit pan on this one. So this is the one I'm still going to try and hit pan on this year. I'm not going to add any more bronzers. I'm just going to talk about face powders now, but this one had its time. I liked it, but ever since I stopped using this, I really have been enjoying other bronzers in my collection. I was using this one hardcore for a while just to try and use it up, and I was kind of getting bored, so it's okay. But yeah, this is a good bronzer, but I've decided to move on from it, and it's not really performing the same anymore. So now let's talk about some face powders. Now, I did hit pan on one face powder earlier this year, and I'm going to grab that one as well. Okay, so now let's talk about some face powders. So the one that I did goal myself to hit pan on this year, and I did earlier this year, is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. I know I said that I felt like this powder lasted forever, and then literally, like, I think a couple weeks after I said that, I hit pan on it, and then it was so easy for me to use more of the product. So I made a substantial dent in this, as you guys can see. Once I hit pan on it, I hit pan on this area as well. This is such a great powder. I love it. Such a good powder for the price. Honestly, it works for every foundation I have. It's so beautiful on the skin, and I absolutely love it. So that's that one. And then the other one that I'm still working on is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. This is the progress that I've made in this one. So I have expanded the pan more in this guy, and this is what it looks like. And I use this like pretty much for every like lighter look that I do, like for natural makeup days. And you guys know I've had this for a while in my collection, and I absolutely love it. And then the pressed powder that I'm going to be adding to this, that I hopefully can hit pan on by the end of this year, is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder in the shade Zero Neutral. I absolutely love this powder. I've made a pretty substantial dent in the middle of the powder, but I want to try and see if I can hit pan on this by the end of the year. If not, probably next year. But I used it today. I love this powder on the skin. It is so lightweight and freaking stunning. I love this powder so, so, so much. I use this all the time for work, and I love it. I think I am going to incorporate one more bronzer, because I use this bronzer a ton as well. I'm going to also try and pan or hit pan on the Ilia Nightlight Bronzing Powder in the shade Drawn In. And I absolutely love this bronzer. I got this bronzer because of Kathleen Lights. She used to rave about it all the time, and I want to see if I can hit pan on it. This is like my go-to bronzer for the summertime right now, besides the Milani one. They both sit on my desk for basically the entire summer, especially the Milani one. But yeah, I want to try and see if I can pan this one as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it with this one. I'm still trying to work on the Milani one. Since the Milani one's a baked product, it's a little bit harder to hit pan on. And then as far as loose powders go, I'm still working on the e.l.f. HD powder. I've used up like half of it, so this is what it looks like. I don't think I'm gonna have any trouble using up this powder. I've used up a pretty substantial amount, so I'm gonna keep on working on that one. And I'm also going to try and use up completely the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder in the shade Translucent. And I've used up a pretty substantial amount of this since I got it. I feel like there wasn't that much product in here when I got it, but I got it from Marshall's and it was like $8, so I honestly don't care. And I've been using it pretty much on a daily basis right now, so I don't think this is going to be hard for me to use up at all. It pretty much sits on my desk like all the time, and I use it all the time. So yeah, I love this powder, so I'm probably going to use that up by the end of the year. And then just two foundations. Like, they're not really foundations. They're more so tinted moisturizers, but These are the ones that I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to use up by the end of the summertime, hopefully, or maybe by the end of the year. So I think I put this in the products I want to use up in 2021, and this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. So this is how much that I've used of this product. So it's pretty much down to here, so that's not too bad. This is like my go-to tinted moisturizer anyway. I love it so much, and I'm in the shade Fair 2W. My neck is hurting and the sky's making me feel uncomfortable, but it's okay. We're almost done, actually. There's not too many products we're going to talk about because I have too many eyeshadow palettes, so I don't think I'm going to be able to go myself to hit pan on any eyeshadows this year. And then, like, I'll just show you a couple of highlighters. And blushes, I never go myself to use up because I never hit pan on blushes ever. That's the only powder product I never hit pan on. So yeah, I'm going to try and use this up by hopefully the end of the summer. I mean, again, this is pretty much my go-to product for the summertime. I absolutely love it. But I've been loving the Urban Decay Hydromaniac, the Fenty Beauty Easy Skin Tint, and the Becca Doing Skin Tint. So I've been using those quite a bit as well. The Hydromaniac, though, I've been using the most by Urban Decay. But I love this as well for, like, really, really hot days. I love this product. So, and then the other one is an actual foundation, but it's really not like full coverage. But I love this foundation. I don't know why so many people don't love this, but I love it so much. I say this every time I actually talk about this product. And this is the Bite Beauty Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation in the shade L10. I'm like down to here on this product. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful on the skin, so natural, so easy, so lightweight for like day-to-day basis. And I absolutely love it. So I'm going to try and still work on using up this one as well. So those are the only two like foundations I want to try and use up. And then as far as a concealer goes, most of the concealers that I have in my drawer right now are concealers I've used up before, like the Wet n Wild, the Milani, the L'Oreal. That's why I've repurchased all of them, the Tarte one. So this is the only one that I think I'll be able to use up completely. And also I have another no filter in there as well, which I've used up 2 of those before as well from ColourPop. So the only one I'm going to go myself to use up, because this has been my go-to concealer for the summertime and even the spring, is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So look how much I've used of this. So I feel like it's not going to be difficult for me to use this up. I absolutely love this concealer, and I use this so much like for lighter makeup days, and it's just so beautiful underneath the eyes, and it's such a beautiful concealer. I love it so much. So I'm going to try and use this one up as well. Ow, I just hit my knee. And then as far as highlights go, the only one I was trying to hit pan on was Anastasia's Amrezy, and I still haven't hit pan on it yet. This has so much product in here. So for other highlighters, I'm just gonna see what I hit pan on. I think there was one that I might like be close, but I'm just gonna go. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me grab it. I know which one it was. I like always forget which ones I want to talk about, but now I remember which one it was. So, oh, it's right here. Wait, this is the one I want to go myself to hit pan on. I just remembered right now. So yeah, I still haven't hit pan on this. It takes forever, hopefully by the end of the year, but since I've been getting so many different highlighters, like, that I'm trying to slow down with highlighting purchases right now, because like I slowed down for a little while, and then I just got 2 packages today with like 2 new highlighters in it. So I've been trying to rotate some of my older ones, and I did use this a couple of times recently because I had it out on like my desk products recently, but yeah, I still haven't used it enough in order to hit pan on it, obviously. So the one highlighter that I'm going to go myself to hit pan on is the Pixi by Petra Delicate Dew Glowy Gossamer Duo. And the reason why I want to hit pan on this is because I have pretty substantial dents in the middle of the pans of these. So I feel like I'll be able to hit pan on them at some point. This is so stunning on the skin. And I did whip it out recently and use it. Sorry, I'm starting to get out of breath and tired. Having COVID still gets you out of breath sometimes. It freaking sucks. Like, even though I'm like past it, I can still get out of breath pretty easily. But yeah, anyway, this is gorgeous on the skin. I love it so much. If you guys have never tried the Pixi highlighters, they are stunning. And I feel like it's worth the price because at least you get 2 highlighters in here. And you can hit, I think I'm able to hit pan on this pretty easily. Okay, and then as far as, like I said, for eye primers, I'm just going to try and use up the Anastasia eye primer. I love this primer. I'm wearing it today. I absolutely love this primer to use for work, for when I need my eyeshadow to last longer, and also for the pigment to come out in the eyeshadow. So beautiful. Love it so much. It really does bring out the pigment of the eyeshadows. And then the other one is the Marc Jacobs Undercover Eye Primer. I absolutely love this. I use this so much for when like I just do natural makeup and I do like neutral eyes. I absolutely love this primer and I want to see if I can use this up by the end of the year. So those are the 2 primers and I'm going to go myself to use up. Probably will go through another one of the ColourPop Dewdrop lip oils, but the other one that I have in here that I want to use up is the Skinny Dip one from ColourPop. I've used it in a substantial amount of this as well, and I pretty much use this when I don't have the clear one. And I have to usually, you know, order it when I run out of that. I probably should just order 2 every single time I run out of it, but gives me an excuse to use this one more, so I'm going to try and use that one up as well. And that's really it for those. And then the other lip products that I'm still working on, which I think I will be able to use up very soon, is the Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow Gloss. You guys know I freaking love this gloss. The Fenty Beauty glosses are my absolute favorite glosses ever. There is so much gloss on the outside of the tube. And it's getting all sticky. But yeah, this is the gloss that I keep in my purse all the time. And I always use it like on the way home from my boyfriend's house when my lips are really chapped. I just throw this on, or I'll just throw this on if I have no makeup on and I'm going somewhere with my mom real quick. I'll just throw this on my lips just so I'll have some nourishment on my lips, and I absolutely love this. So I've been trying to use it more like that so I can use it up, but I also freaking love it. And then as far as eyeshadows go, let's just show you guys the ColourPop shadows that I've been working on. So I do have my single shadows in my little 12 pan single shadows palette of some ColourPop and other brands like Makeup Geek and some Anastasia in here. So these are the 4 that I'm still trying to use up completely. I have Firefly from ColourPop. It's still sitting in here. I have Hear Me Out from ColourPop and also Vanilla Bean. Sorry, I don't know why I'm listening to my mom right now. And this one is Vanilla Bean from Makeup Geek. You guys know I use both of these pretty much on a daily basis on my brow bone. And of course, the sky got dark for like 5 minutes and now it lightened up again. So we keep on waiting for the storm to hit. So they're like tropical storm warning, and then it always passes over us. And I like told my boyfriend earlier today, because I went and got my nails done with my friend Sarah earlier. At like 12:30, 1 o'clock, like way before the storm was supposed to hit. And it was supposed to hit at like 2. And then they keep on changing it to 3, then 4. Now it's like 4:20 and we still haven't seen any rain yet. But the sky did get really dark. So, but I did get like this lime green color. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little bit streaky, this color, but it's cute. So yeah, I do use both of these shadows on a daily basis on my brow bone. They just have so much product in them that has just been taking me forever to use them up. And then the last one is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, but I barely use my single shadows anymore for my crease area. So this one's been taking me a long time to use up as well. And then the only other one that I'm trying to use up, well, to hit pan on, is Take It Slow from ColourPop, which is the one I've been using now to use on my inner corners after I hit pan on Let Me Explain. This is the one I'm trying to hit pan on. If I don't have like an inner corner highlight in like the palettes that I use, I always use this inner corner highlight in there. And then the only palette that I tried to hit pan on some shades was the ColourPop So Jaded and Kathleen Lights palette. But I didn't end up hitting pan on any of these shades. But this is pretty much still my most used palette in my collection. I wanted to hit pan on my Precious, Pearl, and what was the other one? I think it was my Precious Pearl and Jasper. But I could have sworn it was like another one of like the lighter shades. Maybe it was Diamond. I might depot those two because I think you can depot these. And I might take those two and put them in my single... Oh my god, I'm getting glitter in my hair from the shadow. But I might depot those and put them in my single shadows in this guy and like take a couple of those shades out of here. Because I love these, and it's a little bit more difficult to use this every day because I love my Precious as a brow bone highlight as well. I'm like this. I'm tired, you guys. And then Pearl's like one of my all-time favorite inner corner highlights as well. So I might depot those and put them in my daily makeup palette. But yeah, that is pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819, and my Poshmark is at the same handle, CBW819. Check out my Poshmark, see if you are interested in anything. I love you guys so much. Please let me know what your most used up products were this year. What did you use up this year? I would love to know. Thanks, guys. Bye.